Hi, I'm Shriya Shankar. I'm the founder of Project Sitara Foundation. We're a student led nonprofit organization working in the space of education. What we're trying to do is we're trying to provide accessible and inclusive education to children across the state of Karnataka.
Hey guys, I'm your host Chiranjeevi Gante and you're listening to Thirsty Thursdays. And in this episode, we have Shriya Shankar from Project Sitara. Here are two things I learned from her. Number one, how energetic she is, and she always has a collaborative mindset, which is very much required for a founder to have. Number two, the way she approaches problem. From the time you get up in the morning to the time you sleep, there are a lot of problems you face, but pick the problems which are most passionate about and run behind them. Project Sitara also has a YouTube channel wherein they teach 10th standard kids math subject. If you know any kid who will benefit from this, please share it with them. The links are in the description below. How can students balance their studies and start a business?
It's definitely not an easy task, but I think if you have your conviction in place, nothing can stop you, right? So, of course, you'll still have to continue managing your studies. You will need to be passing your exams, get some decent grade that satisfies your teachers, your parents, or any other person in your life that you choose to listen to. As long as you're getting that bare minimum, I think people can't question you what you're doing outside of it, what other business you're trying to pursue.
Do's and don'ts while starting a NGO.
Do's: have your mission intact. It's something that's non-negotiable. Like, okay, so my do's and don'ts are mixed up. Don'ts is you can never compromise on your mission, right? A lot of times, an opportunity might be good for you personally, for um, a couple of you personally, but if it's not aligning with your mission, it's something you probably shouldn't do. Um, always be open to learning. Learning is not just from your mentors or from someone guiding you, but even from your students or from the aya in the school that you're going to. There's always something that you can learn. um, Document everything that you're doing, every single step, because you don't know what data or story or information might come of use to you later. Even if it's of no use, I think just one day when you're a little low on motivation, you can always go back and see what you started with and how far you've come along. And just don't give up, because there's a lot of people telling you that you can't do it. But internally, you should just know that literally anything is possible if you work towards it.
How to build a professional network while being a student?
You need to stop thinking of yourself as a student for others to stop treating you like a student when you're in this space, because if you a lot, like I said, right, there's a lot of age dynamics that comes into picture, but when you're able to show them the kind of work that you're doing, they start treating you like an equal. um, Even now, when we first go, the first 10 minutes of any pitch, any presentation is always them trying to see, do these 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds know what they're talking about? But the work speaks for itself, thankfully for us. How do you build a network is, I think, you need to be very genuine about what you're looking for, right? So when you're talking to someone, some business professional, a funder, whatever, um, they can call out your bullshit. Like, sorry for the language, but they've been in the space for so long. So the moment you start faffing, the moment you start saying these extra things, they can call it out. So if you're genuine about what you want, like, this is my work, this is where I'm falling short, this is where I need help, I think they're more than willing to help, because they're all people who are in this space because they want to help.
Your tip for young social entrepreneur on raising funds?
People won't fund you unless you're transparent about what the funds are going to be used for. So creating a sort of, I wouldn't call it program, but for the lack of a better word, I'm going to use it. You have to create a program. So you clearly define what you're raising funds for, how it's going to be used. If someone does fund you, it's always a great practice to let them know once their funds have been used, right? So we are in this practice of whoever fund us regularly, we email them about what their funds were used for. And that sort of tells them, okay, I at least have a basic idea of what my where my money is going. The other thing that you I think a lot of issues small entrepreneurs face is you don't have organization bank accounts. And if it's your personal bank account, a lot of people are skeptical of whether or not it's going to the right place. So if you're able to convey in your message as to why it's your personal account, then that whole element of doubt is also eliminated. Yeah, so just have a strong reason as to why you're raising funds. Be in a good communication loop with them and let them know what their funds are being used for. And I think it should be slightly easier.
If you want to listen to our full episode, click the link in the description below. Next week, we have Meghna Jain from Dream a Dozen. If you guys want to ask any questions to our guest, or if you want to give us any feedback, reach us on reach@inspirerace.com. That is REACH @INSPIRERACE.com.